This bike is only $1,200, but it competes with bikes that are like $1,500, $1,600.
Bad bitch, go. Get up, and then they got go.
This bike, in the power range, in the size, in the style, definitely competes with like a Hemingway Cruiser, $1,500. Rad Rover 5, $1,500. Rad Rover 6 Plus, $2,000. But the fact is, those bikes have a 500-watt motor, and they also have a voltage meter, so it tells you what the voltage output is, and they only max at 700 watts. This has a 500-watt motor, but it maxes at 900. So already it's got 200 more watts than the other bikes. Puts it in a really good power range, you know what I mean? The other thing is, it's got a 14 amp hour battery, pretty good, 48 volt. I would expect it to have a 10 amp hour, so pretty decent sized battery, especially for the fact that it's integrated. It actually has suspension forks, which is shocking to me. I would not expect to have suspension forks. It has 7 gears, which is really nice. It has 5 pedal assist levels, all good stuff. And again, this price point, I wouldn't expect to have any gears. The fact that it has 7, I'm shocked, and I would 1,000% expect it to have mechanical disc brakes, not hydraulic. So, really good bike. I'm really impressed with it.
Holy shit. All right, Shredder, I'll be here.
I pretty much know a lot about e-bikes. You know, you pretty much name an e-bike and I've ridden it, or actually owned it. I've actually owned 15. So this e-bike is interesting. It's got the monochrome display, which is expected for this price point. It's got the Shimano Altus gearing, which is expected for this price point. Shimano Altus gearing, as long as you center the brake pads, center the rotor around the brake pads, you won't have any problems with grinding. But initially they usually come out of the box like a little bit uncentered, and you're grinding the rotor against the brake pads. So yeah, this bike definitely competes with, you know, it's a lower price point than, you know, the Hemingway Cruisers, the Rad Rovers, the Rad Rover Plus, etc. But it's a lower price point, but it's got the suspension forks. It's got a more powerful motor. Those bikes have a 500-watt motor, and they have a voltage reading, and it only goes up to 700. So this already has a higher voltage reading because it says it goes up to 900. So let's test that out. I'm going up like a 6% grade right now, and it's working. You know, I'm fine, and it's got enough power. So, you know, and let's look at it from a dead stop. That's always what's significant. You're going up a hill, and you're at a dead stop. Can it take off? Yeah. So it's definitely got some power. And you know, I'm not going to be riding it with pedals right now. I'm not going to use pedal assist because it hurt my knees. Not worth getting into, but you know, it's got nice pedal assist too. Well, let's try it for just a sec. Okay. Yeah, the pedal assist is really nice. I mean, when you're in 5, you're almost air pedaling, unless you put it in a really high gear. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah, it's in 7th gear, and I'm air pedaling. Okay, so I'm in 7th gear, I'm air pedaling, and I'm going uphill like a 7 or 8% grade, and this thing's still working. So it's got a lot of power, people, for this price point. I really like that it's got the integrated battery. It's got a 14 amp hour battery, 48 volt, pretty standard. I would have expected this to have like a 10 amp hour, so the fact that it's got 14 is even nicer. It's pretty cool. I mean, you've got 2 different types. It's got the step through, it's got the straight version. And the fact that it has hydraulic disc brakes at this price point is very interesting to me. Like, I would not expect that. I would 100% think mechanical. So they put some money into this, you know, and they've also put some care into it. Look at the little, you know, the wrapping of the cords. You know, it's nice. It's slick, and it handles well. You know, it feels good. You're not going to be going off road on this, but I can tell you, because it's got a little bit of tread on the tires, it's not full slick. You could definitely go on a really tightly packed fire road if you had to, or if you're at a park with the kids and you want to go in the grass for a little bit, you could do that. This can definitely handle that. But just the fact that it's got this power, like, I'm just shocked. Let's go up here. This is like a 14% grade. I'd be shocked if it made it. Yeah, I'd be really shocked if it made it, but it's actually moving, people. Like, this is crazy right now. I would probably have to meander to really get going, but It's actually going up this, which is just insane. We're stopping almost, but just the fact that it got this far even, this is probably a 16% grade, people. So definitely got the power. It's got the interesting handlebars. They're not, you know, straight across. They're kind of curved back at you, but it's good for, you know, smaller people. With the step-through design and the seat being low and these handlebars back, you could, it tells you what the height range is, but I'll tell you what my thinking is. You could easily be probably 5'5" and ride this. And you could probably be 6'2" and ride this. If you get much higher than 6'1", 6'2", you're gonna be leaning down over the handlebars. So, but yeah, it's a nice little bike. I'm digging it. And I'm kind of surprised at the size of the battery, at the peak power of the motor, the fact that it's got hydraulic disc brakes.
Get up, and then they got